So this is going to be a comprehensive video, and stay tuned for the entire video because I will have a special gift for y'all. Now, Carpuride, which is one of the best brands, if not the leading brand, in the portable CarPlay / Android Auto devices category, has actually sent me this device to do the review, so shout out to them, thank you. And let's get it unboxed. And this is the W901 Plus model, which is brand new. And it's really special because it's actually running Android. So it has a ton of capability beyond that of any of the devices I've tested out beforehand. Now, this is the 9-inch model, so very similar to the ones I've shown before in terms of size. Now, this has a lot of the same features and more of previous models. Right off the bat, this device has much higher quality than the previous ones I had unboxed, which makes me think that this is the primary one, and a lot of the other ones are kind of copies of it. But in any case, this has many of the same features and more. That being, you can Bluetooth transmit from this device. You can use it as a FM transmitter so that you don't have to have any other devices, especially if your car does not have a aux port or Bluetooth built in. This device, as I said, also is running Android, which means you can actually download apps onto the device natively, which is super useful because let's say you don't want to use your phone, and this can be a standalone device. You can actually do that, but you can also just tether it to your phone and use the internet from your data plan, and then use Google Maps natively. You can watch YouTube videos natively, of course, when you're not driving. But first, let's get to what's in the box, and then we'll discuss all of the features. Now, this comes with a suction cup, which also expands, so you can connect this to your dashboard or your windshield. It also comes with an extra suction cup gasket. It comes with a self-adhesive bracket, which is the flat one you can put on the top of your dash, or as you'll see later in the video, some cars have a great little shelf where the time is displayed or the outside temperature is displayed, which is a perfect spot to put this device. It also comes with a 3.5mm audio cable, and it comes with the car charger, of course, which is what you plug into your car to give this device power. It is a normal cigarette lighter port, and this device also includes the user manual. So that's kind of what is in the box. Now, let's talk a little bit about some more of the features, as I briefly touched upon already. Something I really want to make clear on this device is that it is a non-destructive installation. You can move this device between different vehicles. It's very easy to install and to make portable. That is what makes this device awesome. Previously, I had installed a new device into a previous older car, and that's a pretty tough job. I needed help. You have to take out the existing radio. It's a whole thing. It might not fit, but with this, I can just put it in any car, and that's what makes any of these devices, but especially this one, really great. And it comes with the ability to actually insert an SD card. It also has the ability to insert a backup camera through one of the 3.5mm jacks. You can directly have the 3.5mm audio jack go straight to your car. You can do wired or wireless Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, and if you have an external mic, you can also connect that. Now, let's go install it in some different cars. We're going to do at least 3. All right, so we are right now in a Subaru Forester from 2013. So let's put the Carpuride W901 into this car and see what it's like. And then we're going to put it into a Tesla Model 3 and a Toyota 4Runner from 1997. Now, as I mentioned, the installation is super easy. It takes less than 5 minutes. You pretty much just install the bracket. You can adjust the angle however you like it. And then you plug in the power cable and into your cigarette lighter of your vehicle, and then connect the other end to the device, as you can see here. And that's pretty much it. It'll boot up. You can even have a custom boot up logo if you like. Right. So for this car, we have a nice flat surface here, and so I'm going to use the flat version of the mount. So as you can see here, this will go kind of right here, And they also provide you the 3M adhesive to be able to put this right here. And it's actually quite the perfect spot. They also are providing us with the aux cable that we will run from the device to the aux port that is in this vehicle. So vehicles with aux ports, don't worry, you can just put it straight in, and some of them will be in the center console, so it'll be super easy. And then you don't have to use a Bluetooth transmitter like we are right now. Got the device, you flip it over, and you have the mounting points here. And so we're gonna take this and just slide it on. Okay, now that we have the mount attached, you can see all the ports. So it supports USB if you have a USB stick that you want to put your music on. You also have a micro SD card slot. You have a microphone slot if you want to connect an external microphone to get better audio when on calls. You can also connect a rear view camera right here. And this is where we will put the aux cord, the AV out to the car. So now I've got it in position right here. Pretty good spot, really good like in your sight line, so you're not taking your eyes off the road too much. Now let's get it plugged in. It's booting up right now. I'm going to plug it into the aux of the vehicle. And of course, this device is running Android, so if you so choose, you can actually download your favorite apps directly to this device and listen to your Spotify, use YouTube, Netflix, any Android apps that you would use on your phone will work on this device. Of course, you might want to download your music if you want to use it without an internet connection, or you can use your phone's hotspot to run this device entirely without CarPlay or Android Auto. All right, so you can hit the app list here, and you can even use the Google Play Store to download more apps. Now, I'm not connected to Wi-Fi right now, but if you did, you could download anything from Netflix to Hulu. You got Spotify, Apple Music, and just have it natively running on this device. And it runs really well, like no lag, unlike other systems that I've tested in the past. So really cool. And since it's running Android, you have your multitasking. Another feature of this car is Android Auto. So this Carpuride W901 Plus supports wireless and wired Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. So we've got a Samsung Galaxy Flip 5, and so he will connect to the Carpuride on the Bluetooth. And once we see it on both, okay, so it is paired, and we will use Android Auto. All right, so now we are connected. So it should show up with the Android Auto for the first time on this device shortly. We got connecting, and there you go. So you got wireless Android Auto. He's not connected, of course, so you can keep your phone in your pocket or your bag. Continue. Hi, you can see me. And there you go. So you've got your full Android Auto, you got your Google Maps, all your apps here. And so super fluid on the interface. You can navigate anywhere, and you got your Apple Music, you can call on your phone, and there you go. And you can use your Google Assistant. Navigate to City Creek Center. And there you go. So now it will navigate, and I didn't have to do anything. And I could even have said, okay, Google, navigate to Wyoming. And now we're going to Wyoming. Oh, look at that. 5 hours. All right, let's play some music. Look at that. And it works. All right, now we are in the Toyota 4Runner 3rd generation from 1997. Let's try it out in here. So in this vehicle, I'm going to use the suction mount and mount it up here. I have also previously put in a aftermarket head unit here, but it does have an aux, so I want to just bring the aux down into this. Or you can also use the FM transmitter that this has included, and so even if you have an old car with no aux, you can just create your own radio station that will play off the device, and then you just tune to it using the built-in radio on your car, and then you don't need any other wires other than the power cable. All right, let's connect the CarPlay. All right, and now we have CarPlay in a 25-year-old vehicle. And so you just hit that, and you got your maps, and you got everything. Super easy to use. And yeah, it's only a little laggy because I am recording on the camera right now that I'm using, but otherwise it would look pretty smooth. All right, now we are in a 2012 Toyota Sienna. It does not have CarPlay or Android Auto, obviously. And so let's see what it looks like in this car. I used, again, the flat mount, not the suction cup like I did in the 4Runner right there. And let's see what it looks like. All right, and here you go. So you got the CarPlay. It's a lot smoother because I'm using a different phone for this one so that you can see it's actually pretty smooth. And you can open everything up and, you know, hit podcasts or whatever, go to the news, all that kind of stuff. And it looks pretty good. All right, now we've tried it in the other cars. We're going to try it in a Tesla Model 3 where I think it will have a really good use case because Tesla has said they're never going to put CarPlay or Android Auto into their vehicles. And so this is a great opportunity to get that in your car, especially if you really like using that system. All right, so this would connect to the Bluetooth in the car, and I decided to put it right here because I think, you know, let's say you're using Apple Maps or you wanted to do something real quick, you can just whoop, whoop. But also you could use the suction cup mount and put it here. But this way it's right in front of your line of sight, and so when you're driving, you are pretty focused on the road and you can change things pretty quickly. And since you have the buttons here to change your track and stuff, if you're playing music and you just change your track, you'll see it change here and you actually don't even need to touch it to be able to do that. But if you're driving, it's pretty easy to just take your hand, click on something as you're still looking at the road and do it using this system. So on this device, super easy installation. You don't have to take anything out of the vehicle and you don't have to disassemble anything, which makes it super easy. That's how I am able to put it into so many different cars. You just plug in the power cable here and you bring it down. In this car, the cigarette lighter is here, but in other cars, it's more commonly found closer to the center console. And so that makes it super easy. This device also supports mirror link. So if I exit here, you are able to do mirror link, which would then just mirror whatever is on your iPhone or your Android device. This device is also running Android 12, which, as I mentioned, you would be able to download all of your apps onto it natively and just run them directly from the device, which makes it super easy. I mean, you can even run Google Chrome, you can open up websites, you can go to Google and use this device as if you would use an Android 12 smartphone. Another thing is, let's say with any of the mounts included, you can actually adjust the angle. So I could adjust it down, I could adjust it farther up so it's more straight on depending on your vehicle. And there's tons of ability to adjust it like that. So really able to adjust it however you need. And it looks like you have 22 gigs of storage on this device. Another feature which I want to show is that you can still use Siri. So I'll do that. Open Apple Music. And there you go. It will open up Apple Music and you can play your songs. You can also say, "Hey Siri," and it will also play or do whatever you could do just by holding that. Another thing about the display on this unit is this is the 9-inch 2.5D IPS display, and so everything looks pretty dang good on it. Again, like I mentioned, you can do mirror play, and so you could actually have something playing on your phone and it would mirror it just as if you're using an Apple TV at home. And you know, that means you have pretty much unlimited ability to show on this display whatever you'd like. So it's got that built-in 32 gigabytes of storage. It also has Bluetooth 5.0, and it's a dual Bluetooth band. So again, we're using Apple CarPlay wirelessly, but then the Apple CarPlay wirelessly does not affect the Bluetooth that goes to the vehicle. And so everything is wireless. You know, you can keep your phone in your pocket. This will just stay wherever it is. It'll automatically connect to your Apple CarPlay when you turn on the car, and then it will automatically also be connected to your car to play the music. And so it's super seamless. You know, I've been using this device and others for quite a while now, and it's pretty much become something that I can't live without, and it's a seamless experience throughout the car, and it really makes any car feel like, well, something more modern. So you have seen me use this device in multiple vehicles now. So anything from a Subaru to a Toyota to even a Tesla. And all of these vehicles stem from being the newest of vehicles around to something from 1997 that still used a cassette player, even though I changed it up a little bit. But it's pretty versatile, super easy to install. You've got the suction cup mount as well that you can adjust like this and like that. So you could potentially put it on a flat surface and have it kind of look like that. You could put it on the window and have it kind of like this and have it right here, which would be really cool as well. Or you can have it on the flat mount with the adhesive and just keep it there for as long as you own the device. And that way, you really don't have to think about it anymore. I've seen a lot of cars you saw in the minivan, in the Toyota, as well as in the Subaru, where they kind of have that shelf. And that's a perfect spot to put the flat mount that we're using right now. But the flat mount also works pretty well in the Tesla as well. You could have it maybe up here where you can really easily reach it, or use that suction mount. So I really like that they include both because some units don't include both. When I tested a few of them in a previous video, you can see here, they did not include all the mounts on all the devices, and so that was kind of a bummer. But these ones are a little bit better quality for sure than the ones that were included in, let's say, you know, a $50 or $100 model. And it does seem like there's quite a lot more functionality. As it's running Android 12, you can download all the apps that you desire, from YouTube to Netflix to Hulu. You can browse the web. Pretty much, if you don't have a Tesla, it'll make your car a little bit like a Tesla. But unlike a Tesla, you can download whatever apps you want. And so it actually has more functionality. So if you want to get one of these W901 Pluses or any of the other Carpurides, they also have a more landscape one. It's a bit longer. They also have those kinds of models. They have smaller models as well. You can check the link down in the description for a discount code. I have a few links down there, either to get it from their website where you will get a discount. There's also the Amazon affiliate link down there. Helps out the channel. If you like these kinds of videos, and if you like this device, please comment below and let me know if you got one, because I have been using one for about a year now and I really like it, and I hope you do too. So I'll catch you in the next one.